guys? I'm your boy Chris Gray, aka CarolinaChris26, and this is my comic book haul for May 29th, 2019. What? Get out of here, man. That's right. That's right. Okay, guys, we're gonna get right to the nitty gritty without the boy with the booby. I have a nice thick stack of comics here, as you can see. So with that being said, we're gonna get right to it because the time is a wasting, and this thick stack of haul I don't want to take forever. Talking your head off. But first off, let me give a shout out to the usual suspects: Comic Book Jabroni, Perry Comics, JB at DiscoveryBayComics, Rod the RICAN at Just the RICAN and his comics. My boy Grab Those Keys. Also we have a new guy, Big Daddy, at I Have Comics. Check his IG out. He also just said he's starting a YouTube channel, and he doesn't have any subscribers, so if you get a chance, check him out. He has a lot of nice books on his Instagram page. He sells a lot of them. He has some great picks. Yeah, you get a chance, check him out. Also, Brian and Jack, aka Mr. Bolo at Simpleman's Comics. Check these guys' channels out. I'll leave a list of channels I believe you should check out in my description. Go below, down there, and check out some of the guys that I'm referring you to check out. Also, check out the DJ on the ones and twos of the comic book industry, and that's my boy Wolf Warner. Yeah, my boy. So, also guys, I recently did some shopping on Instagram. Bought some great books. I've been buying some good books off Instagram here lately. Guy on Instagram by the name of Gillis. I bought this copy of Spawn Newsstand #1. It's a 9.8 easily. I'm sending it off to get graded. That's my second Newsstand copy I have. Also, I was able to pick up 4 copies of Naomi #1 B cover. I got 6 copies now. I sent 1 off to get graded, 2 to get out graded at CGC. Hopefully Naomi goes back up in value, because I noticed the prices haven't been soaring lately. You know, they're kind of like at a dive right now, but hopefully they'll rise back up here in the future. So, also guys, did anybody get a chance to see that Swamp Thing pilot Friday night? That show is bananas, man. I'm talking about horror with a hard H. Woo, man, that movie's like freaky. I'm actually feeling this Swamp Thing. I'm can't wait till the series gets up and running, but I can tell you it's gonna be a hit. It is gonna be a hit. There's no, because you got DC shows like on CW. I actually call those the bubblegum style comic shows. Then you got the hard DC shows like Titans, Doom Patrol. Now you got Swamp Thing, man. My God, bro. I cannot wait for the new season of Titans to start. I'm loving that show, man. So, yeah, if you ever got a chance to check Swamp Thing out, you need to do so. Guys, let's get right to it with further ado. Also, if you're new to my channel, don't forget to hit that little red button that says subscribe. It's right there. That button right there. Yeah. And if you like what you see, give me a good thumbs up. If you want, you can give me a thumbs down, but I prefer you give me a thumbs up. Comment, let me know what you think. Let me know what you got this week. You know, let me know what your favorite book was that I pulled out the deck. Also, hit the notification bell, because every week I'll be posting new videos. I would have had this video out earlier, but you know, like I said before in my previous video, I hadn't had an air conditioner in my house. It's been over 100 degrees this week. I just got my AC put in Friday, and it's nice and cool in here now, so I have no problemo doing a video. Let's get right to it. First off, we're going with the indies. We got Xenoscope. We got Gretel 3. This is Ben Mears writing. This book is amazing. This is the Sean Jin cover, or Shin cover. This book is crazy, man. If y'all don't know the backstory, Gretel is, you got Hansel and Gretel, and they were kidnapped by this witch the witch had them in their cages, and she cuts Gretel's brother's heart out, and she eats her brother's heart. But then she feeds some of her brother's heart to Gretel. Gretel gains these abilities, and from then on, in this book, witches, what they do is when they kill people or they children, they eat children's hearts, and children's hearts they increase their magic. You know, they make them stronger, make them younger. You know, and Gretel doesn't eat kids' hearts. She kills the witches and she eats their hearts. And when she kills a witch and she eats their heart, she gains their abilities. So yeah, she is. And then right now in this book, she's actually after the witch who killed her brother and ate his heart. And it's building up to the big battle between Gretel and the witch, which is in the background right there. So yeah, that's probably gonna go down here pretty soon. Hopefully the next issue. Next up, guys, we got another good book I just read this week, and that is by Aftershock, and it's called Killer Groove 1. Yeah, man, this book here is something else, man. I think this cover is the A cover. This is by Eon Marron. EOINMARRON. Maybe Ian Marone. I might be saying your name wrong, bro. But this book is crazy, man. It's about a musician who his life isn't really going the way he wants it. And he actually saves this guy. At least he thinks he's saving this guy's life in the alley one night. And he actually kills this guy. But just so happens the guy that he thought he was saving his life was actually there to kill the guy that he ends up killing. And, you know, he runs in, he has a coffee or whatever with him in a diner, and he lets him know, look, man, you're cold as ice, man, because after you killed that guy, you know, you didn't even flinch. He said, you know, hold your hands up, you know, you're not even shaking, man, you know what I mean? So you got that killer in you, you know what I mean? So he gives him this card, and the guy disappears, and after he kills that guy, he's got his groove, you know, he's playing music in his apartment, and people outside the window hear the music, and they're like, hey, you know, play it again. So then he goes to a studio, and he sets up studio time, and the guy that he helped kill, turns out he was a hitman. He pays him a chunk of money for killing the guy. He's like, look, man, this is your taste. You know, this is your taste from that, because I was supposed to kill that guy. I got paid to kill that guy. You killed him for me, so here's your cut. And he spent all that money in studio time. He gets in the studio, and he's not playing how he was when he was in his apartment after he killed that guy. So end of the book shows him going to a payphone, and he's calling the guy on the card. And you know, so I guess maybe when he kills somebody, he gets his groove, his musician groove, you know, Killer Groove, hence the name. There's a little bit more to the story. I just don't want to go into breaking the whole comic book down, because I got a thick stack of comics. I don't want to waste a lot of time trying to break it down. But if you get a chance to read it, you'll see for yourself what goes on in the book. But it's a great book. I actually love it. All right, next up, guys, we're keeping with Aftershock. We got Tim Seeley's Dark Red 3. Whew, this book here's another one, guys. I read this one the other night. This is the Aaron Campbell cover. This book here, if you've been reading Dark Red and you haven't read this issue here, all I'm going to say is this issue is basically the origin of Charlie, or Chip. Charlie the vampire that this book is based around. This is his origin of how he became a vampire, and when he became a vampire, and where he became a vampire. So this is basically his origin story in this book here. Tim Seeley's the writer, Aaron Campbell's the cover artist. Aftershock, Dark Red 3. Next up, we got Valiant Comics, The Forgotten Queen, number 4. This is by Teenie Howard. She's actually the writer who writes the new Thanos books. This book here is wild. It's about the lady on the front. Her name's Vexana, and she's an immortal. And she travels through history, you know, from Genghis Khan to what's his name? Dracula. What was Dracula's real name? Vlad the Impaler. Which in this book he's not called Vlad the Impaler. His name's Vlad, and he what it is with Vexana is say if she's around a crowd of murderers and thieves and killers, she sends off this it's like magic that's in her that she can bring out the worst in people when she's around them. You know what I'm saying? So she's like she say if she was standing in the middle of New York on Webster Avenue in the Bronx, and she does what she does, she would have everybody on that strip killing each other. You know what I mean? It brings out the worst in people, and it brings out their violent urges. And so she's around Vlad, which they don't call him Vlad the Impaler, Vlad, and he gets his bloodlust from her, and it kind of brings back the myth of how Dracula became Dracula, except in this book he's not a vampire. He gets his bloodlust from being around her. She brings out the worst in that guy. All he wants to do is kill. And then he starts talking about, oh, your blood tastes sweet. I can taste your blood. I can smell your blood from here. And it's like they keep hinting to like Vlad being Dracula. That's how he got his name. Vlad the Impaler got his name as Dracula. Or Dracul, brother, son of a dragon, I believe is where he got this. It's from the history of Vlad the Impaler. He was actually a good guy. He was loved by his people and he was respected by his people. But you know, the movies like Bram Stoker's Dracula kind of paints Vlad the Impaler as he became a vampire. You know, when his lover was killed while he was off battling for the church. And it's not really how it went down, but people do believe he was actually a vampire and he walked the earth at night, feeding off the blood of the innocent. But this book is really good. You get a chance, read The Forgotten Queen. It's on issue 4, and that is the final issue that came out. It was a 4-part miniseries, but a great, great book. I loved it. Next up, we've got another good book I read, and this was the first book I read. And it's by Antarctic Press, and it's called Horror Comics. And it's written by a guy named Bradley Golden. He actually sent me, it's the A cover, and he actually sent me, this cover here is by Helmut Rancho, I want to say his name, Helmut Rancho. I like this because it's got the old school horror look to it. This book here kind of reads like if you ever watched Tales from the Crypt or Creep Show. It's got that kind of vibe to it. And Bradley Golden actually inboxed me some preview pages for the book a day or two before the book came out in comic stores. So he inboxed me a few pages on Twitter, and he asked me to read it and let him know what I thought. I guess he inboxed a few people because I noticed a professor from Comics University YouTube channel said that he actually got inboxed a few copies and he read it, and he had an issue reading it on his computer. But and he said he read it. He noticed there was 2 words in the book that was misspelled. I've read this book 3 times and I still can't find those misspelled words. But you're looking at a guy that barely made it out of high school, so you know what I mean. English wasn't my best subject in school. So anyways, he let me preview a couple pages of this book, and I read it, and I was like, whoa, this book is crazy. So it's about an ice cream man named Thomas. That's Thomas on the cover. He sells ice cream to the kids in the neighborhood, but the thing about his ice cream is it's mixed with the blood. He kills his victims, and he blends them up in a blender, and he mixes it with the ice cream. So in the beginning of the book, he's actually in the neighborhood serving ice cream to the kids, and they're going crazy. They're like, Mom, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. And the parents, they get some, and the parents are talking to him like, where's your wife at? How's your wife doing? He's like, oh, she's tied up at the moment. And they're like, well, let her know she's going to have to, she hasn't showed up in yoga class. And they're like, well, let her know she's going to catch a lot of carbs from eating your wonderful ice cream. He's like, oh, I will. And when he said she's tied up, she's actually tied up in his basement. So he gets home from selling ice cream. He pops up in the basement. He's like, time to go to work. And she's tied up. She's like, honey, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I love you. and there's a knock at the door. Just so happens it's a guy claiming he's a Jehovah's Witness. So he goes to answer the door. He's like, look, I don't got time to talk. He's like, you just give me a minute. I just need a minute of your time. He's like, I don't have time. And then all of a sudden in the basement, they go to his wife, and his wife goes face first on the floor because she's tied to the chair, but she's trying to get out. She can't get loose, but she goes face first to the floor. So while her face is laying on the floor, Thomas comes in the room. She can hear footsteps coming down the hall. All of a sudden he comes in the room. Boom. The guy that was at the door, he drops him on the ground. He doesn't kill him. He slams him on the ground. The guy that was the Jehovah's Witness guy was at the door. He drops him on the floor. His face lands beside his wife's face. She's eye to eye with this dude. He brings her up out the chair. He's like, you want? She's like, why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? I love you. And she's like, oh, you want to know why I'm doing this? Women get everything. They get the child support. They get the, I guess, what do you say? They get the food stamps. They get everything. What do I get? What have I ever got? He's like, and he's like, oh yeah, by the way, I know the guy that was at the door was your lover. And then next thing you know, he cuts her throat. And blood's running up her face. He's like, oh, let me get that for you. So then it takes him a minute. He chops up both bodies. Then he mixes it with the ice cream. And then next thing you know, it shows him going out to the neighborhood selling the ice cream. You know what I mean? So his magic touch is blood mixed with ice cream. But the people in the neighborhood, they don't notice a thing about it. They actually love his ice cream. So the thing is, does he love killing people, or does he love selling his ice cream? Or is it a combination of both? This book is amazing, man. I let him know it was good. I actually picked up 3 copies. I have 2 here. Next up, guys, we got another book I read. This is amazing. It's Image Comics, and it's called Little Bird. I was actually able to pick up Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and Chapter 3. I don't know how many issues are out so far, but I got these issues here. I read them. This book is wild. Little Bird, she's badass. But the art in this book is bugged out, man. Like, I don't know who the artist is. I can't remember who the cover artist is, or the interior artist, but the art is bugged out, man. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Little Bird is awesome, though. I love it. I love it. It's kind of, I read all 3 issues today, but yeah, it's a pretty good book. I'm not going to say it's the best thing I've read, but I'm not going to say it's worse. I like it. So, next up, guys, we got Image. We got Spawn 297. And we're counting down to 300. We got 3 more issues to go to 300. And here we are. Spawn 297 A cover. This is the Matina cover. Not gonna lie, guys, I am not impressed with the cover art on these issues here. I mean, up until this point, all the covers have been dynamite to me. But what do y'all guys think? Let me know in the comment. What do y'all think about the 297 cover? Do you like it? Do you think it's some of the best work that came out? Considering we're almost 3 issues away from 300, wouldn't you consider these issues should be something we have never seen before? Alright, 297A cover. 297 B cover. This is the Virgin variant. You see what I'm saying? There's nothing. I mean, that is a hot cover, don't get me wrong, but I mean, we're almost 3 issues away from 300. It just seems like this would be like seems like Spawn will come off the cover and tell you to make him a drink. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just me, man. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I can tell you one thing about Todd McFarlane is he's never raised the price of his comics. It's been $2.99 from the start. So hey, man, I don't care what's on the cover. You can have a stick man on the cover, and I'm gonna like it. Because I mean, it's Spawn, and it ain't but $2.99 a cover. So next up, we got C cover. It's the black and white McFarlane and Matina cover. This was pretty alright, you know what I'm saying? I mean, the black and white joint, I actually like the black and white better than the A and the B cover. Alright guys, next up we got DC. This is the DC books I have right now. The indies are done. This is DC's Black Label, Scott Snyder, Greg Capullo. Batman Last Night on Earth. The Greg Capullo cover. I actually have a Jock cover. It's in my box at my LCS. This book here is real good, guys. I don't want to get too much down into a breakdown of this issue right now because I don't want to take up too much of the time for the video as far as doing a breakdown of these comics. But this book here is pretty good. All I'm going to say is I like this version of Batman. I like the headless Joker. Wonder Woman even looks badass, you know what I mean? So, yeah, this book here is a 5-star book. Every now and then I usually say I give a 1 to 5-star rating, 5 being the best that this book is in my eyes. I would give this book here 6 stars, and that's breaking the 5-star rule. I would break the 5-star rule for this book here. This book here it's a 6-star book all day. 1 to 5 stars, this book gets 6. This is a great book. If you have not read this book, I don't know what you're waiting on. What are you living for? Come on, people. Next up, Heroes in Crisis, number 9. It's the final issue to the series. I don't know, man. I'm lost. This is the Clay Mann cover. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm going to have to sit down and read each issue over again. I have read every one of these issues every time they've came out. I've read issue 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and I read 9, and I'm still that much confused. You know what I mean? I got a good sense of what happened and who's the bad guy and who saved the day. You know, everybody that was involved, but I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna front, guys. You know what I mean? I'm not even gonna front. I have guys. If you actually got a real good understanding of what happened in this book, let me know in the comments. You know what I mean? Just because if you didn't figure it out, if you're kind of confused, even though you didn't just start reading comics yesterday, and you're still a little confused, then I won't feel like I'm alone. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to be alone because I don't know. Next up, we got a book that people have been waiting years for it to come out. And that's Doomsday Clock number 10, The Origin of Dr. Manhattan. This is the Gary Frank cover. It's the A cover. Not going to lie, I have not read this issue yet. I'm actually just trying to wait for all 12 issues to come out. And then I'm going to sit down and read them one at a time. Because I'm not going to lie, man. But if I would have started reading issue 1 and I would have had to waited a few years just for 2 years for issue 10 to come out, I probably would have lost track of what would have happened in issues 1 through 9. But I'm going to wait till all 12 issues come out from Doomsday Clock, and then I'm going to sit down and read them all. You know what I'm saying? So if you've been reading Doomsday Clock up to this point, my hat's off to you. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to wait for all 12 issues to come out, and then I'll sit down and read them. Next up, we've got the B cover. This is the Gary Frank B cover. Yeah, because it's like, it's taking 2 years just to get 2 issues to come out, 10 issues to come out. I'm like, Jesus Christ. But yeah. I've heard good things about it, though. People that's actually read it and they like it, but, Next up, we got War of the Realms, Fantastic Four, 10. This is the Matero Scalera cover. I want to say how you say his name. This ain't bad art, though. I like this cover. It's pretty dope. Fantastic Four, 10, A cover. Matero Scalero. Next up, we got War of the Realms, War Scrolls, 2. This is the Alan Davis A cover. This is pretty badass, man. 'Cause you got Wilson Fisk and you got Daredevil going at it. Malik's gonna kill Wilson Fisk, but he says, "Look, I can help you out. I can get rid of the god." So he says he's gonna kill Daredevil. Malik and them hooks Wilson up with his hammer. They go at it, knock down, drag out. I mean, Wilson's throwing cabs at him. Daredevil punches Wilson fist through a building. I mean, it's just, it's a fight. It's probably one of the best fights that they've had in a while. Next up, we got Thanos 2, issue 2. This is the A cover, and this is also written by Tini Howard. Tini Howard wrote The Forgotten Queen. I read this too. This is a great issue. You know, Thanos pretty much wipes out Gamora's people. She's the last of her kind. They take Gamora hostage because Gamora actually sees Mistress Death. And at this point, Thanos, he wants to see Mistress Death again. He feels like she's avoiding him. Maybe the more he kills, you know, people, she'll pop back up. He just wants to see Mistress Death again. He just wants to talk to her, and he's curious, how did Gamora see Mistress Death? You know, and Gamora pretty much figures out that Thanos is a serial killer, and she's got to do what she's got to do for her to survive. And she kind of figures out how to get Thanos wrapped around her finger. But yeah, this book here is pretty good. Next up, we got Hunted Part 6, issue 22. This is the A cover, and this is Amazing Spider-Man. And this is the Ryan Ottley cover. Yeah, man, Spider-Man. Who's excited for Far From Home, man? We got about, next month, Far From Home comes out. What's the chances, you know, have y'all heard the rumors that, it's the rumor though, that possibly they might bring Deadpool into Spider-Man? Because considering the finger snap, it opened up a portal to bring Mysterio into Spider-Man's Earth. And from what I understand, is that's how they might use to be able to bring Deadpool. Wouldn't that be cool though? Deadpool Spider-Man movie? Spider-Man Deadpool? Oh my god, dude. Yes. That would be exciting. Next up, we've got Amazing Spider-Man 22. This is the Battle Lines variant. This is the Heijin Joan cover. Battle Lines variant. Pretty good. I like this right here. This is a dope cover. Yeah, man, but wouldn't that be exciting if they brought Deadpool and Spider-Man into the same movie? I mean, there's all kind of rumors going around. There's a rumor that Venom might be brought into Spider-Man. But, you know, to be sure, they're going to have something in the end credits of Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? What are they going to set up? What do you think they're going to set up at the end of Spider-Man? Will it be a Spider-Man Venom movie? Will it be a Spider-Man Deadpool movie? Oh my god. Because you know Bob Iger, the head of Disney, he loves Deadpool. So Deadpool might get that preferential treatment. You know what I'm saying? We have the magnificent Miss Marvel #3 Battle Lines variant. I actually got 2 of these copies. Yeah, this is the Sujin Joe Battle Lines variant. Guys, if you're feeling this video at this point, don't forget, please give me a thumbs up. When you finish the video, if you can, give me a thumbs up, or pause the video, give me a thumbs up while you're watching the video. If you can, please, I'd really appreciate it. Also, if you're new to my channel, do what? Hit that subscribe button, the little red button that says subscribe in the corner. Or there. That corner. Anyways, yeah. Next up, we've got Thor #13. This is the C cover, and this is Alex Ross. I have 2 copies of that too. I told you this was a nice stack of books. It's a nice stack of books. Jesus Christ. Thor 13 C cover, Alex Ross. Next up, we have Immortal Hulk 2 5th print. I have 2 copies of that. I actually have 5 more that I ordered that's coming in. And I also ordered that incentive 1 in 25 incentive Virgin variant. I have that too. I ordered one of those. I actually paid $47 for mine. I was talking to Manny, the comic collector, on Instagram, I believe. I want to say it was Manny. And he said he paid $45 or $47 for his, but then he had a $15 discount card, so he got his way cheaper than mine. I did some research on them. These books were selling, the incentive variants were selling them for like $60, $70. So when I found that one for $47, I said, shh, I went ahead and jumped on it. I only grabbed one, but yeah, as soon as it comes in, I'm sending it off to get graded. And I ordered 5 of these from, it might have been Slabbed Heroes or Sanctuary Sanctorum or Big Time Collectibles. I ordered some books from them guys. No, I want to say Slabbed Heroes. I think I ordered the Virgin 2nd print of New Agents of Atlas. Yeah, I did order one of those Virgins from him, and I ordered 5 of the 2nd print copies of #1. Next up, we've got Immortal Hulk 18, and this is the Battle Lines variant. This is the Jongju Kim Battle Lines variant. It's the B cover. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've got in the giveaway, the books I got put to the side for the giveaway. I've got a copy of Naomi #3, Naomi #4, and Naomi #5. And then I've got a 1 in 100 incentive Year of the Villain, the Cheetah variant. I've got one of those put in the stack. I got a nice little stack of comics put to the side for this giveaway. I'm going to do the giveaway here pretty soon. We have the hot cover of the week. We have our first appearance. We have the Immortal Hulk 18 A cover. It's the Alex Ross, and it's the first appearance of Abomination. I have 4 copies of this. And one of these will be going in the giveaway as well. I'm also going to put one of those #2 5th prints in the giveaway as well. Immortal Hulk 18 A cover, Alex Ross. Hot cover of the week. Right? Let's get some flames. Flame on. But guys, that is it. That is all I got. I really appreciate y'all hanging with me. I know this is taking a little bit of time to go through all these books, but trust me, I didn't just do a whole video of me sitting here just talking. I actually had a lot of books to go through. And I really appreciate all my new subscribers, everyone that's just signed up to my channel. I really appreciate that, guys. Thank you. All my OG subscribers, guys, that's been with me down from the beginning. All my homies that's been down like 4 flats and a lug nut. Appreciate that. Man, don't forget, man. Got this giveaway coming, and I got some sweet books put to the side. I mean, I got them right behind me, and I would like to show you now. Ooh, also, guys, if you haven't been on my Instagram page, you probably would have seen these bad boys I bought the other day from my cousin. I got the first appearance of Bloodshot, 9.8. I got a 9.8 Venom Lethal Protector, #1. And I got Spawn 293 Era variant. Bought those from my cousin, man. He gave me a pretty good deal on them, too. I really appreciate y'all hanging with me, though, man. Thanks a lot. It means a lot. Because you could have been anywhere else, but you're here with me now, and I'm grateful. And also, guys, yeah, another thing, got Heroes Con coming up in Charlotte, North Carolina next weekend. Me and my cousin, we're only going for a day. Nice little list of people that's going to be at this Comic Con. I want to say Peter Tomasi's going to be there. And Peter Tomasi's going to be there. I do believe he's going to be there. I'm like super stoked if that's true. I have a list here, but his name, I don't see it on here. We got Clayton Crane, Neil Adams, Scotty Young, Bill Sienkiewicz, Tim Sale, Jenny Frism, Greg Land, Bob Hall, Bob McLeod, Tom Palmer, Robbie Rodriguez, Billy Tucci, Jerry Ordway, Vanessa Del Rey, Jeff Deacle, Colin Bunn, Tony Harris, oh man, yeah, Eric Powell, Adam Warren. I mean, the list goes on, man. We got a nice list of people, man, at this Comic Con. So when I go to the con, if I can, I'll go live or I'll shoot a video of the con and just edit it back out and post it from there, because I'm pretty sure during that con, I'm going to be standing in line getting comic books signed, or standing in CGC, or I'm going to be doing some shopping, and it's kind of hard to do all that with one hand full of comics and the other hand with a cell phone. So I'll do my best, and but I will bring back some footage of that con, and it'll be next weekend. So guys, I really appreciate y'all coming through, man. Thanks, man. Be safe. God bless, and always remember to make comic book collecting what? Fun again. Peace.